folks, we are live this morning here at Moss Creek. The players are on the court warming up. We will get started here very shortly. All right, folks, it looks like they're spinning for serve now. We'll see what's going on here in this first round club championship match between Jim Panepinto and Jim Reeves, playing against Tom Catanese and Stan Young. We can see that Stan Young and Tom Catanese over there wearing matching bowl shirts, trying to channel their inner Rafael Nadal this morning, it looks like. Tom Catanese and Stan Young have won the toss. It looks like they're going to serve. They're going to be on this near side here with Jim Panepinto and Jim Reeves. It appears are going to be receiving serve first. It looks like maybe Tom and Stan chose to receive first. Jim and Jim on the far side. Looks like Jim Reeves is going to be the first server here. All right, so it looks like we're going to get started playing here. Looks like we're having a little pre-match discussion here. Might be some gamesmanship. I think Tom Catanese may be trying to scare the opponents here with some stories of Stan Young's tennis endeavors. Looks like we have some confusion about who's going to serve first. There we go. Jim Reeves to serve here, love all. Stan Young getting excited. Hopefully that doesn't wear him out for later. Question was first in. Not going to happen. Good first serve there from Jim to get the match started. And here we go. What an angle. I can't tell from my vantage point if that went over. I don't think it did. Stan, that didn't go over, did it? Okay, I can't. Love 15. So a little question there. I can't tell from my vantage point if that ball went over. It didn't appear to, but looking through the fence here sometimes can be a little tough. Love 15. A little long on that first serve. Second serve coming from Jim Reeves in the red shirt over there. Jim Panepinto, his partner in the white, up there at the net. It's a little double fault there. Little question already. Love 30. Little question already here. The call's definitely out though. Good return there. Good deep return. Tom rushing the net. What a shot there deep from Tom Catanese for the winner. Love 40. So I just realized that the score was not updating here, so let's get that updated. Apologize for that technical difficulty here. There we go. Scores are updated now. Second serve coming from Jim Reeves here. And again, as we've seen, once the sun gets up, it'll be a little easier to see the screen. Still trying to work on the camera with the brightness to see if we can brighten that up in the mornings here. And a good cut from Jim Reeves. Stan just not able to get there on that one. 15-40. So Stan and Tom, relative newcomers to the Moss Creek tennis program, is in 2 years or so, 2.5 years. I guess same with Jim Panepinto. Jim Reeves, a long-time Moss Creek tennis player, and they're going to watch that one go by. They're going to watch that one go by for a winner there. Maybe a little bit of confusion there, little confusion there, so we'll see if that improves as time goes. Their communication there improves. 30-40. So 30-40 here. Jim Reeves serving to stay in this game, in this first game of this first set. Stan going down the line, and Jim Panepinto is going to want that one back. Game, Young and Catanese. Young and Catanese lead. 1 game to love first set. One love, Tom Catanese to serve on the far side. Jim Reeves fakes the move over. Stan Young with the volley, not over Jim's head, and Jim for the winner. Love. Love 15. Sorry, it's Love 15 here. Called the score wrong. A little microphone issue this morning, so hopefully everybody can hear me. All right, I think we got our public address microphone working so the players can hear the score. We do call out the score for them here. We have no scoring disputes, 15 all. Little drop return there from Jim Panepinto. 15-30. So good return there. We'll see if he continues to use that play through the day. Nice lob return from Jim Reeves, putting Tom on the run and doesn't quite chase it down. 15-40. So we've seen this throughout. Early in the set, people just trying to get settled in, breaks a serve early. And then they start to get settled in and start playing. He's going with the lob. Stan's going to back up. He hits it right at Jim, and Jim just can't quite handle it. It's going to be 30-40 here. 30-40. So again, this team's playing at a pace that can't even keep up hardly with the score. Nice ball from Jim Reeves, nice and deep. Jim's going to take the forehand up the middle and come in. Stan with the lob, not quite over Jim's head, and there's the winner in the hole. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. 1 game all, first set. So it's going to be 1. One all. So this is what we've seen quite a bit as a start of the match. The pace starts out very quickly, not taking much time in between. Second serve from Jim. Nice backhand return. He's going for the lob and just over Stan's head. We'll see if they continue to pick on that. He got up there pretty high, but not quite enough. 15, love. So we can see over on court number 3 over there, we've got another first-round match of Danny Kelly and Tom Shaw taking on Wayne Efron and Bob Renix. What a deep lob there. Tom Catanese with the backhand put away. So pushing Jim back to the fence there, and then Tom looking to finish. As I was saying on court 3, you've got Danny Kelly, Tom Shaw taking on Wayne Efron and Bob Renix. 15 all. Looks like Jim Reeves started to play Australian there, but his partner switches him back over to the other side. Second serve here. Another backhand return. They seem to be beating up that backhand of Tom Catanese and going at Stan, backing up, and that's going to go into the net. 30-15. So 30-15 here. Be our first hole to serve here in the first set if they can close this game out. Going with the lob, pushing Stan back here. Stan trying to lob back, and that's going to go a little wide. It's going to be 40-15 here. 40-15. So Jim Panepinto trying for our first hold of the morning here. 40-15, first serve. It's going to be a little long, second serve here. And a double fault. Maybe the pressure of being the first one to hold serve this morning. I don't know what happened there. 40-30. Again, they're playing at a pace that's not even letting me call the score. Good deep return from Stan there. Going with the lob from Jim. And here we go, a little cross-court battle. Let's see who's going to win this one. Stan playing with a little higher margin, going for the height. Jim going for the depth. There's the lob. Jim Reeves tips the top of the net. Tom chases it down, the little backhand cut. Tom across gets it. I don't think there were any strings used in that shot, but he gets it back. And the crafty Jim Reeves using the little drop shot cut. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. Panepinto and Reeves lead 2-1 first set. So Jim, as I said, is a long-time Moss Creek player here, and you can see by that crafty play up there at the net, using the little cut shot, used his frame on one. He's using all parts of the racket, folks. We'll be right back. So both these teams were out here practicing yesterday on their own on separate sides of the facility, getting ready for this big match. We'll see if that has any effect on them today, see if they can keep up their stamina this morning. Stan Young to serve, 1-2. Love, 15. So love 15 here on Stan Young's serve, first serve. It's going to go a little long. It's interesting to see Stan using the Wilson Clash there. He's demoing that racket. Interesting choice during a club championship match to demo a new racket, but it seems to be working for him so far. And Jim Panepinto leaving no doubt about that one, putting it away right there through the middle. Love, 30. The angle return. Stan using his speed, and he's coming back, and nobody home there. Pulled him off the court and then went to the open spot. Very smart playing there from Jim Panepinto. 40, love. Love, 40. Good serve there. It's going to be a nice deep return. Here we go. So we're in a back and forth. Stan likes to use this lob. We'll see if he goes to it here. Jim, ever so steady, not going to miss. Oh, as I say that, I guess I have to take credit for that miss. That was my fault, Jim. I'll apologize to him for that one later. 15-40. So 15-40 here. Stan looking to try to get back in this game so we can hold serve. We'll see what happens. And that return's going to go a little deep from Jim Panepinto. 30-40. So we'll see if they let him back in the game here. Good serve to Jim's forehand, and he goes down the line, and Tom picks it up, but not quite enough. Didn't quite make it over. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. Panepinto and Reeves lead 3-1 first set. Jim Reeves serving here is going deep, pushing Tom back. There's the lob. Interesting, he decided not to come in on that one. I think the better decision when he pushes somebody back that far would have been to come in. And we see what happens there. Ball down in the net. It's going to be Love 15. Love 15. Nice first serve from Jim. Stan going with the lob return. Just a little long, though. Just a little long. $15 all. Good first serve. And down the line, Stan looking to hunt that ball in the middle and maybe just tipped his hand a little too early there. Got a little too excited. Jim holding that shot to the last second. Little forehand poke down the line. 30-15. So Stan and the spin gets Stan there. So Stan and Tom just looking to get into this first set here, but haven't seemed to have been able to get there. They started out strong, but then Jim and Jim settled in. 40-15. So Jim and Jim have settled in and they're just rolling now. We'll see if Tom and Stan can stop this train here. Good first serve into the backhand right at Jim, though, and Jim with a great volley at Tom's feet. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. Panepinto and Reeves lead 4-1 first set. All right, so they're going to switch ends here. It is going to be Tom Catanese's serve on the far side once they go to serve here at 1-4. So they're going to look to try to get themselves into this match. Again, over on court 3, we got some other action. We've got Dwayne Efron and Bob Rennicks taking on Tom Shaw and Danny Kelly. Can't tell what the score is, but you remember Bob played the other day in mixed doubles. Now this is their men's doubles first round match. Again, on court number 4 here, this is a first round match. Little long there. 15, love. I missed a point there. We're going to have to check the score here, sorry. Good shot there by Jim Reeves down the line. Still waiting to see if I can get a score call here from the players. I think they have no idea as well. Nope, that's game. Game, Catanese and Young. Panepinto lead. 4-2 first set. All right, so we're back at it here. Sorry, folks, had to take care of some other things. We had a big storm last night. We got a couple wet spots on the court that we're trying to shuffle some folks around. But we got a beautiful morning this morning for play. Good return there from Tom Catanese. Jim Reeves going with the high lob, pushing Tom way back, but he's going to handle it no problem. Stan with an interesting position over there in the doubles alley. Up the middle. Stan covers it. Look at that speed. And forces the air. Stan may be one of our quickest guys in this draw this year. 15-30. It appears over there that Efron and Renix are leading on court 3. Good deep lob from Jim there, and Stan not going to be able to get it. 30 all here. $30 all. Jim up the middle, forces the air from Tom's backhand there. Stan giving Tom an excuse, telling him to hit the tape. 40-30. So Jim Panepinto serving for the game here to take a sizable lead here in this first set. Jim Reeves missing the gimme there. He can't believe it, as you can see from that reaction. He can't believe he missed it. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him here. Deuce. Stan getting excited. I don't know if y'all could hear that. Stan, one of our more vocal players out there. He's got the grunt to go with the big forehand. Deuce here. Good shot there from Jim, keeping it going. Let's see, a little cross-court battle here. Stan and Jim, not sure what to do. Stan getting involved up the middle, just out of Jim's reach. So it's going to be advantage Catanese and Young here. After that put away that Jim missed, we'll see if this comes back to haunt him. Advantage Catanese and Young. So we'll see if that comes back to haunt him here. Jim Panepinto serving. Good serve and into the net. Game Catanese and Young. Panepinto and Reeves lead 4-3 first set. All right, so Stan Young to serve at 3, serving 4 here. Looks like Catanese and Young have started to settle in a little bit. 3, serving 4. First serve there. It's going to be a little long. Second serve here, coming from Stan Young. Again, Stan is a newer player here. Good deep ball at Jim's feet and can't quite handle it. We see that depth is key, folks. If you can keep it deep, you can cause a lot of problems, especially against a team that's staying back. So we usually hear about people going from tennis to pickleball. Stan is a convert from pickleball. Stan's thanking his fans for that shot, but he is a convert from pickleball to tennis, so we like to hear that here on the tennis court. 15 love, first serve. Jim Reeves with a good forehand return. We're in a little cross-court battle here. Let's see who's going to And we're going at the net player, Jim Panepinto, with the volley to get it back. Stan with the interesting shot there. Big ol' cut. Tom moving across for the backhand volley and just wide, folks. Just wide. A good move, but couldn't quite control it. 15 all. Could hear Tom say he was getting bored up there, wanted to get involved. First serve from Stan here. Good deep return. Let's see if that gives him any problems. Nope. Another deep ball back. We can see. Oh, and Tom with the overhead. Our footwork on that overhead left a lot to be desired there, Tom. You're going to want that one back. We'll talk about that one at practice next week. 15-30. Good first serve there from Stan. The backhand cut return. No problem for Stan. It's coming in. There's the deep ball. Stan coming right into us here. Can't even see him. He's off the camera. But he's back in the point. There you go. You can probably hear. And not quite enough. Stan putting everything he's got into it, and turns out to be a good thing. 30 all. So big point here. Big point here. 30 all. Stan breathing heavy, it looks like, after that tough point. But that generally doesn't phase him. And it's going to clip the net and bounce over. And then we're going to see Jim clap after he hits it. He's not going to apologize. We'll see if karma comes back on him for that one. Usually you apologize. 30-40. So big point here to try and stay in at the cut. Messes with him a little bit, but he gets it back. Jim Panepinto retreating back to the baseline. Nice volley there from Tom. Another nice volley. They're going right back and forth. Oh, he's picking on Tom's backhand, it appears. He's going right at him. He's still got it. Ooh, when he goes away from him to go back here. I probably would have challenged him again if it was me. There we go. Oh, there's the cut. No problem. Gives it right back to him, nice and deep. He's going to get the short ball. Stan just can't quite get there. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. Panepinto and Reeves lead 5-3, first set. So that was a big game, folks. The possibility of going to 4 all, and Stan and Tom just not able to pull that game out. Jim staying strong, 5-3 here. First serve from Jim, and it's going to be a missed return. So it looks like maybe a little momentum shift. Stan and Tom had the momentum after those first couple, after those going down 4 games, and now Jim coming back. $15 all. So here we go. So Jim Reeves to serve. 15 all here. See what happens. Good deep return there from Tom. Keeping him back. Let's see if Jim comes in. Nope, he's not going to come in. He's going to try to draw him in. Jim likes to stay back, and that's what he likes to do. Pass people with that ball, that forehand down the line. We've seen that a couple times. And he also likes to use that lob quite a bit. So we'll see if Tom and Stan start to pick up on that or not. I know they haven't played him as much as some of these other guys. But that's kind of Jim's game. He plays very steady, looks for the opening, and then just kind of puts it in that hole. 30-15. Little spin serve, cut back on the return, and here we go. We're getting into the lob from Jim Reeves. Forces the short ball from Stan, and that's not going to make it up to the net. 40-15. So it's going to be set point here for the team of Reeves and Panepinto. See what happens here. Good first serve. Goes with the big. The return down the line. Jim in the hole, and that's going to be game and first set. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. Game and first set. 6-3. So Jim and Jim take the first set 6-3. So there was a opportunity there for them to go down, or to tie it up. Sorry, for Tom and Stan to tie it up and go to 4-all. However, didn't quite work. Jim and Jim go up 5-3 and close out on their serve. So good first set there from both teams. Stan and Tom started out a little slow. So we'll see if they're able to regroup here and see what we get. So teams taking a little break, getting a little hydration in them. It's not too warm today, as you can see. The sun, we're starting to get full sun on the court, but as usual this time of the year, it is very humid. So very humid. As that sun starts to pop up, it's going to get warm. So we'll see if that has any effect on these teams going forward. Love all, second set. Over there on court number 3, you might have been able to catch a glimpse of that. Danny Kelly putting an overhead away with authority. Not sure what the score is over there. Panepinto in, yes, puts Tom on the run. And they're going to go up 15-love here in this first game of the second set. And let's see if they keep rolling here. Love 15. Second serve. Got Tom Catanese serving over there on the far side. There's the lob, the Jim Reeves lob. Stan chasing it down. He's going to lob it back. Good get. Stan in an interesting position off the court there, and it works. We're going to have to talk to him about that after the match today, about why he was running in off the court, actually. We're going to have to work on that position. Again, Stan is a newer tennis player coming from the pickleball world. 15-all. Good return there from Jim Reeves, or Jim Panepinto. Sorry, I got Jim and Jim on this side. Keep getting the names mixed up. Here we go. They're keeping Jim back deep. I'd like to see, there's probably a chance for Tom to come in, but they're getting the ball back deep, pushing each other back. Well, one of the two of them needs to make the commitment to come in and do something here. We could be here all day, folks, if we're going to just go back and forth. Oh, and we miss it there. And that's the problem with that waiting game there. Who's going to be the first to miss? And Jim Panepinto misses that one. 30-15. A little long on that first serve, second serve here. We've got one match here today. Good overhead from Stan Young. Another one. I don't know that the grunt matched the power on that one. A little wide. So two overheads there with large, powerful grunts, and just not much from the pace, though. 30-all. I'm going to see if I can catch a update on the score on court 3. What a serve from Tom Catanese. 40-30. Folks, that was an ace. We don't see that very often out here, but a good serve there out wide from Tom. A little bit of power. Jim Panepinto just not able to reach it. 40-30. Game point, Catanese and Young. Little spin. Doesn't mess with them. And Jim with the lob again. We call that the scoop shot. Again, Stan with the loud grunt, but the power not matching the sound. They're able to get it back. Now they're on the run. They're scrambling. The blue team over there with a nice... Going to be a little long. Tom and Stan over there in the blue shorts and the navy blue matching bowl shirts. I think they're trying to intimidate their opponents with those shirts, but at this point it doesn't seem to be working. Deuce. Second serve here from Tom at deuce. Big point. Second serve into the Panepinto backhand. No problem there. Oh, it pushes him deep. This is what's giving him trouble, but he gets it back. He seems to be handling that well now. Staying up at the net, goes for it, and it's going to go a little long. So it was the right position, but couldn't quite make it. Advantage Panepinto and Reeves. So big turnaround here. Went from game point to Stan and Tom to now game point Jim and Jim. Goes with the big first serve, and there's the Reeves lob return that he likes so much. The short one, and gonna be just wide. We're gonna have a questionable call here. Still looking at it. Maybe a little discussion. We'll see what they decide. Game Panepinto and Reeves. Panepinto and Reeves lead. 1-0, second set. So we can probably see on the replay there, I don't know that we can pull it back without me messing everything up. It appeared from my perspective that it was a little wide, so I'm going to agree with the team of Jim and Jim on that one. It appeared wide from my perspective, but again, I'm looking through a screen. We know that those can be close and tight calls, and I don't think anybody would have done anything maliciously there. So it's going to be 1-0 to Panepinto and Reeves and 1 set to love. Looks like Jim Reeves is going to serve here. 1-0. So Jim Reeves is serve. Let's see if Stan and Tom can get back on it. Now we see where Stan's starting here. I'd like to see him start a little more towards the middle. Look at that big hole, and that's where they're going to go, but he gets it. He covers it. Maybe he's just trying to set him up. Stan chasing it down. And we're back in now. Let's see what goes on here. There's the Jim Reeves lob. Jim staying back. He's going to go with the short ball, and that, folks, is where we'd like to see him come up. He would have had a much better opportunity, in my opinion, than staying back. And that's what happens. Love 15. So they had him on the move, they had him on the run, and then just couldn't quite close it out. But first point of the game, not a big deal. A little long. Second serve here. Good return from Stan, and then he's going to retreat. I would have liked to, again, see him stay up there, and he's going to go for the big cut and just not quite make solid contact there. 15 all. Again, this is a men's 3-0 club championship first round match here between Jim Reeves and Jim Panepinto on the far side, Tom Catanese and Stan Young on the near side. Second set, 15 all. Jim Reeves serving. Second serve. Going down the line with the backhand, and it's going to be wide. (15-30). So we'll see if they start to attack here. If the team of Stan and Tom are going to start to attack the net player a little more. They've been getting into some ground stroke battles here and haven't been winning a good percentage of those. I think they would be better served going after those net players, and that's going to be a little long. Jim and Jim are kind of letting them play into their game. 30 all. I think looking to go at the feet of those net players or possibly just make them hit some volleys would really do them well at this point. Maybe try to pull them off the baseline. Both Jim and Jim fairly comfortable at the baseline. What a shot. And there we go. Stan Young with a nice volley deep on the baseline there. 30-40. So there we go. They got them. They brought them both into the net, and then we're able to go behind them for a winner. So let's see if they continue that strategy here. 30-40, first serve. It's going to be a little long, second serve. Good return there from Stan. It's going to push him back. Jim Reeves with the Jim Panepinto, sorry, with the overhead deep. Stan's able to chase it down, just clears the net, but Jim Reeves coming in with a nice little short angle there. Very controlled, very mature. That's going to bring it back to deuce. Deuce. So Stan and Tom fighting for this game to see if they can even the score here. Second serve coming here from Jim Reeves. There it is. They're going at the net player. As you can see, Jim and Jim retreating back to the baseline. There we go. Forcing an error. I think they might be onto something. I'm not sure if they notice it or not, but they've got to start getting these guys up to the net and attacking them actually while they're at the net. Maybe not the traditional double style, but Jim and Jim both very comfortable at the baseline. Tom and Stan need to start attacking these guys if they want to flip this match around. Advantage Catanese and Young. And there we go. There we go. They go at him again. I think they might be on to something. I am not sure. I hope they're not listening to me. I might get in trouble from Jim and Jim if they are back here listening to me. Game, Catanese and Young. 1 game all, second set. So we're going to be at 1-1 here in this second set. So let's see what happens in this return game. See if they continue to go after that player that's up close to the net, or if they continue to go back to Jim and Jim when they're at the baseline. Tom at the net. 2 volleys, couldn't quite put either one of them away, and here we go. And they're going to bring him forward. Uh-oh. That one's going to be trouble. And Jim Reeves puts that one away. Love 15. Love 15 here. So we made it up to 11 viewers. That's our world record, folks. Good move from Tom up there at the net. And another overhead, but Jim Reeves chases it down. Stand back here at the baseline, and that's going to go a little long. Nice little breeze here now. 15 all. Just long on that one. It's going to be 15-30 here on that backhand lob. 15-30. Good short return there from Jim. Stan chases it down. They could be in trouble here. Look at Stan trying to play intimidator, and Tom just can't get there. That's what I like to call the old bear theory. You just try to make yourself as big as you can at the net and maybe scare them a little bit. 15-40. I would probably go to the other side at 15-40 if it was me.
My producer just called me out.
15-40, a little wrong side there. Good ball there. And can't quite get it. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. Panepinto and Reeves lead 2-1, second set. So 2-1 there. So we start to see this is where things get a little more interesting here. All right, so it's going to be 2-1 to Panepinto and Reeves here, with Jim Panepinto to serve on this near side here in the white in the second set. Again, first round men's club championship 3-0. 2-1. Short lob. Jim goes for the hole. He gets it. Stan's got it back nice and deep, and just not going to be enough. Again, that deep ball. So there's their two answers. They either got to go more at that net player to get in this match, or they got to get the ball deeper, forcing them off balance. Love 15. Second serve here. We're going to have to replay that one later. Jim hitting his partner. It happens sometimes in doubles, unfortunately. There it is again. The deep ball forcing problems again. So, again, they found a second answer. Let's see if Tom and Stan can use these now to get back in this match. Love 30. So we've seen this a couple times with the team of Stan and Tom going up early but then unable to close out the games. Jim and Jim just proven right now to be too tough when it comes down to the important points. There it is again, another deep return, and forces the air again. Love 40. So let's see if they can close out this game here at Love 40. Second serve, a little deep here. Second serve coming up. Good return is going to push him out to that backhand. Good lob from Jim. We're going to see Jim and Jim retreating here. He's going to get it to the feet. Jim with the little forehand scoop. We'll take it. And again, the nice deep ball throws him off. Game, Catanese and Young. 2 games all, second set. So it's going to be 2 games all here in this second set with, I believe, Tom Catanese to serve. Well, it is Tom Catanese serve, one way or the other. But 2 games all again. Good weather out here today. Temperature's about 79 degrees, feels like 83. You can see we got full sun onto the court now, other than a couple little spots here and there. But 2 all here in this second set with Tom Catanese to serve. Nice little breeze though as well, so a little long on that return. Love. Good return from Jim Reeves there. So Jim and Jim retreating back here to the baseline. This is where they're comfortable. And when they give them short balls like that, that's where they're fine. They need to, if they're going to get back here, they need to push him back. But Jim Reeves sneaking in. Makes the volley in no time. Stan letting it go past him. 15 all. 15 all. A little back and forth here. And so again, we see Jim comfortable. Now they get it deep, and that's what's going to put him in trouble. Over the head, and doesn't quite make it though. I don't know if you could see that one. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen there, but he went over the shoulder to try to make that ball. Yep, he was just in the frame. 30-15. It's going to be 30-15 here with Tom Catanese serving. See if I can get that star lined up. $40-15. So 40-15 here. Tom going for that big wide serve. I think that's his favorite. He goes for it on big points. So 40-15 though. It's a little wide. Second serve. Good return from Jim. Nice and deep. Backhand lob. Going to push Tom back. And here we go. We're in this back and forth again. Pulling Tom in. Jim Reeves moving across the middle. Can't quite get there. Into the Panepinto backhand, and that's going to be game to Catanese and Young. Game, Catanese and Young. Catanese and Young lead 3-2, second set. So we've had a little turnaround here. I'm not sure if it's the might be physical here. It seems like the team of Jim and Jim starting to slow down a little bit, and the team of Tom and Stan just moving along. Jim Reeves going up to get some more water, so maybe this little bit of heat maybe getting to him this morning. Although this might serve them well. The sun has gone behind the clouds, a little overcast now. That may help them a little bit. Tom and Stan, though, both standing up over there, bouncing around a little bit. So they're ready to go. All right, folks, I just moved the whole camera for a second. Again, over there on court 3, another first-round match. We have Wayne Efron and Bob Rennicks taking on Tom Shaw and Danny Kelly. You can kind of see Danny Kelly, Tom Shaw taking the 2-back approach against these guys. And there's a lob. I know you can't see the other half of the court, but Danny Kelly playing a lob, pushing Wayne Efron back. You got to look into the left-hand side. Tom Shaw coming to the net, and they're going to win that point. So not sure what the set score or anything is over there. But back here on court number 4, we have Jim Reeves and Jim Panepinto taking on Stan Young and Tom Catanese. Panepinto and Reeves won the first set 6-3. Down here in the second set 2-3. It's going to be Jim Reeves' serve over there on the far side at 2 serving 3. 2-3. Little short first serve there from Jim Reeves, taking a little bit of power off, giving him the old change up. Tom caught off guard. $15 love. Good serve there, good deep return. There's that depth again. If Stan and Tom can keep this ball deep, they're going to give Jim and Jim fits, but when they get into those ground stroke rallies and just put the ball short, Jim and Jim are oh so comfortable playing that game with them. 15 all. Same thing on this side, though. And anytime you can get the ball deep, folks, that's going to be a tough ball for players playing back. 30-15. Again, giving them the change up. That short serve is giving these guys fits. Not able to get there, standing a little too far back. 40-15. So we'll see what he gives them here. He's got the spin serve. He goes with a little bit of a deeper spin serve. Tom with the return down the line. And it's good. Tom lets it go and can't believe he let that one go, and his partner's still just looking at him.
I know. Sad. Where's my partner?
Game, Panepinto and Reeves. 3 games all, second set. So even confused the other team that they were just looking at it. They couldn't believe that Tom let that one go, and Tom's partner just looking at him, can't believe. No one on the court could believe that Tom let that one go. Even Tom just had to laugh after that one. Three games all, Stan Young to serve. So we can see as this match goes on, there's starting to get some, was it my serve, whose serve? So we'll see if that plays in. Jim Panepinto with a short return, making a move. Jim Reeves down the middle, but Tom's able to get it, and good volley. Again, the depth, folks, the depth. If they can keep that ball deep, they're generally going to win that point. That's the goal. Keep that ball deep. 15, love. Can hear the players excited for the little breeze they've got going. Second serve. Good return from Jim Reeves. Little backhand cut. Interesting shot selection there from Stan Young. The lob from the service line. But here we go. This is where you got Jim and Jim back. Let's see if they're able to get it deep. Usually if they can't get the ball deep, it doesn't end well for Tom and Stan. Let's see what happens here. Maybe a little bit of nerves. Just long. Jim trying to play the ball deep back to him, give them some problems. And it's going to end up just long. 30, love. So Stan Young serving at 30, love here. A little short, second serve. Jim Panepinto just wide on that forehand. .40, love. So we hear a bird in the distance, maybe distracting Stan and Tom. Little deep second serve coming here. Good second serve, backhand cut, Tom moving, good volley there, good cut off by Jim, and there's the lob, slowing it down a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Jim Reeves with the overhead at Tom's feet, but he gets it back, no problem. There's the depth. Stan gets it over, uses a lot of the frame. Jim with the short ball. Tom covers. Jim gets it back for the winner. They can't believe it. Stan and Tom can't believe it. What a point, folks. 40-15. And that's all they can do is laugh about that one. Jim Panepinto getting just out of the way for Jim Reeves. And they're right back at it, though. No break. No breath in between that. 40-30. Let's see what happens here. Tom and Stan, hopefully they don't let this game get away from them here. 40-30. Tom with the overhead. And again, the backhand, and then he's going to go back. Again, Jim with the lob. He finally gets it over Tom's head and causes the air. It's going to be deuce, folks. That's 40 love to deuce. Deuce. Good return from Jim. He gets it over. Jim Reeves trying to put it away. Not quite enough power. And they're going to let them steal that point from them. They let them steal the point after the comeback from 40 love. Panepinto Reeves come back and then can't put that one away. Advantage, Catanese and Young. A big point there at 3-all. Stan Young serving to hold serve in the second set. Still down one set, but this will get them back in it. Okay, here we go. We're in this cross-court rally. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, they're going to go with the short ball. There we go. So it's the extremes, folks. It's either getting it short or getting it deep, but hitting it right in the middle doesn't usually work. Game, Catanese and Young. Catanese and Young lead 4-3, second set. So after going up 40 love, they're still able to, and then bringing it back to deuce, they're still able to hold on to that game. It was looking a little questionable there if they were going to let that game slip away, but they were able to hold on there. So we'll be right back after the players take a short break here. All right, folks, 3 serving 4. Jim Panepinto to serve here. Got a little back and forth going here again. Let's see what happens. And Panepinto into the net. It's going to be love 15. Love 15. We got a nice little breeze now. It should be feeling pretty nice, but again, I'm sitting in the shade under a tent, so it's not so bad. What a pickup by Stan there. So here we go. It's this back and forth. Let's see if either team can change something, and Jim's going to try the lob, and it's going to be just wide. Just wide. Love 30. So Stan and Tom seem to have the momentum now. Let's see if they can hold this through. There's a similar setup the other way in the first set where it was 3-4 and Tom and Jim were able to take off. And what a volley by Jim Panepinto there. Clearly a winner, no doubt about that one. Nice little backhand volley up there at the net. 15-30. Good first serve. Going to the forehand of Panepinto is going to push Stan Young back to the fence. Jim makes a move but can't get it. And here we go. They've got him in trouble. Let's see what happens. Good volley. And there's that big grunt. Gives him a little extra power and enough to create the problem. 15-40. So 15-40. Jim Panepinto to serve. Let's see if he can stay in this game here. Second serve. A little deep on that serve there. Good lob. Tom chases it down. Another lob back. And here we go. See what happens. They may even be getting this ball out of the camera, folks. $30-40. $30-40 here. See if they can bring it back to deuce. And it is. They bring it right back. Deuce. So again, Stan and Tom going up early, but not able to close the game out. Good deep return. But they're going to return it even deeper, and even better reply, and that's going to go wide. It's going to be advantage Panepinto and Reeves. They have dug themselves out of a hole here. See if they can close it out. Advantage Panepinto and Reeves. So down 40-15, where Jim Reeves thought they had lost the game, but they have now clawed their way back to go their ad. First serve up the tee. Good serve there from Jim. Short return from Stan. He's coming in just a little long, back to deuce. So Tom and Stan say not so fast there. Not yet. They're not ready to give this game up. And big game here. It can either be 4-all or 5-3. Both teams recognizing the importance of this game. Good serve. Nice deep return. Tom with the short ball brings Jim in. Let's see if he goes over their head, but he can't quite get there and doesn't make it. Advantage Panepinto and Reeves. Advantage Panepinto and Reeves. So again, another game point here. Good backhand cut return. Lob return is going to push him back. Let's see what happens. Jim across the middle. Good backhand volley. We got a little I formation here. All right, they're back in better formation. Tom going across the middle, misjudges it, and that's going to be game. Panepinto and Reeves. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. 4 games all, second set. So that's 4 games all here in this second set. Big comeback from Jim and Jim, down 15-40 and able to claw their way back. Had a couple game points, but finally able to close it out to go to 4 games all. Just a reminder, if this were to go 3 sets, we will play a 10-point match tiebreak for the 3rd set. So it's going to be 4 games all now, though, with Tom Catanese to serve. See if Jim and Jim can take the momentum here. They slowed down a little bit, but I think now they're ready to go again. So they let Stan and Tom back in the match. A little momentum. But now they're back. 4 games all here in this second set. 4 games all, second set. So we'll see what happens here. Good first serve, but Jim, no problem. Tom plays it out of the air, just out of the reach. So maybe a little communication there from Jim and Jim would have helped them. But first point of the game, probably worth going for. 15, love. Hoping that we get an update over there on court 3 at some point. Haven't heard much from those guys. Good first serve to the Reeves. Forehand goes with the lob. We're going to see a little switch here from Stan and Tom. And here we go. We got this little back and forth. No, there we go. They bring, Tom's going to stay back. I think he probably would have served him to come in, but a little long there from the Panepinto backhand. $30, love. So 30 love here. So no letdown after that. A little letdown here from Jim and Jim, but Tom and Stan jumping back on it after that tough last game where they thought they had it and weren't able to close it out. Good serve, good backhand. Pushes them way back. Again, this is where they can get them in trouble, is when they can keep it deep, but now it's going to be short, and this is where Jim's fairly comfortable. Tom picking it up off the baseline. See if he can push him back here. No, that's going to go in the net. Footwork from Tom Catanese on that one could have been a little better. We'll have to watch that one on the replay. A little off balance as he made that shot. 30-15. So again, playing at a pace again. I don't know if Stan and Tom, maybe this might be part of their game plan, is they see Jim and Jim might be a little warm. They might be pushing a little bit here to keep the pace up. Not sure if that's part of their plan or not, but it could be. Good serve to the Reeves backhand. Tom closing in right in the middle, nobody home. Good place for that one. So he pulled Jim Reeves off the court. He's able to retrieve it, but just got to it quick enough that nobody was home for the shot back. 40-15. So again, Tom and Stan find themselves up in this game again, 40-15. Same place they were at in the last game with Jim and Jim serving. They were up 40-15 and weren't able to close it out. Let's see if they can close this game out to go up 5-4 here in this second set. Second serve coming from Tom Catanese here. Good return deep down the middle, but Tom picks it up. Jim with the overhead, the short overhead. Good volley, Stan chasing it down. Unable to retrieve it. Good spot for that one from Jim Reeves. 40-30. Stan taking a little kneel back there. It's not a good sign. Looking limping up there a little bit. So let's see if this has any effect on him. We hope not. Stan's had a few leg injuries in his tennis days here, so we're hoping for the best here. We hope it's nothing major, especially as they've started to get back into this match. Tom chases it down, and it's going to be in the net. Deuce. So again, Tom and Stan going up early, but not able to close the game out. Deuce. Tom serve. We'll see if he goes for that. No, he didn't go for the big wide serve that he usually likes. And we're going to have a let from the ball on the other court. Jim getting a hold of that forehand, too. He's not happy about that let call, but unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes. So we're going to replay that point. Deuce. First serve here from Tom Catanese. Let's see it deuce here. Let's see if he goes for that big first serve that he'll hit. No, he goes for the safe one up the middle. Good return there from Jim. They're going to push him back now. We get into this cross-court battle. Stan pulling off of it. I think that could be a groin injury. Hopefully not, but he pulled off of it a little bit, so he looks a little less mobile up there and maybe protecting that, and that's going to be a little long. Advantage Catanese and Young. Advantage Panepinto and Reeves. Sorry about that. Called the score wrong there, but got it fixed. So again, it appears that this injury or potential injury is still moving, so that's a good sign. But he doesn't seem to be as aggressive up there as he had been. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. Panepinto and Reeves lead 5-4, second set. So big turnaround here, folks. Big turnaround here. The team of Jim and Jim have now gone up here in this second set, 5-4, and leading 1-0. So Jim Reeves comes up to serve at 5-4 for the match. Sorry, I tried to get the set point thing to go up, and it went right on top of everything. We got a little back and forth here. Jim Reeves serving for the set, and good spot from Jim Panepinto. Puts it away, no doubt about it. 15, love. Good serve from Jim Reeves. Good return. They're going to push Stan back. So it appears he's moving fine now. So maybe just a little scare in that last game. We'll have to talk to him after the match in his post-match interview. A little short return there, and that's going to be 15 all. So again, moving them around. If they can keep them deep or they can get it short, but a lot of times just playing the ball back to the middle. 15 all. Good serve from Jim Reeves there. And there we go, pushing Tom back. A little lob just out of the reach. Again, the footwork, folks, is what we see. Most common problem on that overhead that we have. You'll hear sometimes it referred to as the Moss Creek overhead, is just the footwork, getting in position to be able to hit an effective shot. 15-30. Little spin serve there from Jim Reeves. No problem on the return. We're going with the lob. There we go. Stan gets it back, no problem. Short lob. Tom Catanese at the net. And he's going to put it away right down the middle. Nobody home. 15-40. 15-40. So 15-40 here. Maybe the pressure getting to him there a little bit. Jim Reeves serving for the match. Let's see if they can claw their way back. Might have been a let. Might be a first serve. Yep, first serve. Good serve. Nice deep return. And this is what gets him in trouble. It's good to see Stan moving well now, so hopefully he's all right. Again, he's in an interesting position there in the far left, though. And not quite going to be enough from Tom there. 30-40. So they've been in this position, Tom and Stan, several times where they're up early in the game and can't quite close it out. 30-40. Little spin serve there from Jim, no problem on the return. Going down, Tom with the volley to the middle. Jim's there, covers it, no problem. And here we go again. Oh, little cut shot. He's going to force Stan forward, and he can't quite get there. But again, good to see that he was able to move, no problem. Deuce. So again, all day this is Stan and Tom have been able to get up early in the games, but then just haven't been able to close it out. So it's going to be deuce here with Jim Reeves serving. See if he can get these two. They've clawed their way back into this game. Into the net. That's one of Jim's shots. He likes that ball, but maybe not the shot there. Falling backwards a little deeper. Advantage, Catanese and Young. So Jim trying to get back in it. Tom and Stan saying, we want to play some more. They're not ready to be done yet. And into the net again. 2 mistakes and tosses his racket into the air. Game, Catanese and Young. 5 games all, second set. So here we are, folks. 5 games all here in this second set. So Tom and Stan able to close that one out. They gave us a little scare. Again, they went up early and then let Jim and Jim back in it, but then we're able to close it out. So we'll have Stan Young here to serve at 5 games all here in this second set. We know the fans want a tiebreaker. Certain fans. Second serve coming from Stan Young here. It's going to be a little long. Double fault there. Unusual. Love 15. Again, playing at a pace that can't even keep up as the scorekeeper here.
Thank you.
15 all. So Stan with the deep ball right at Jim. Can't quite make the play. 15 all here. Good first serve, short return. Maybe trying to pick on this hindered movement from Stan, but he looks to be moving fine now, folks. But again, make it a move and hit some different shots. 15-30. So Jim and Jim starting to move the ball around a little bit, making the team of Stan and Tom move around, hit some different shots. Good return there. Ball deep in the corner, and that's going to be a little wide. 30 all. 30 all. So we'll see what they have here. Big point here. This could be a big turnaround. 30 all. This point might be the biggest point of the match so far. Jim Panepinto down the line. I think he surprises Tom up there at the net. 40-30. Good little back and forth here. Getting an update from court number 2. We had another match going on between Tom Harkins and Tom Duarte playing Dave Luce and Dave Hawk, and it sounds like the team of Harkins and Duarte, the unknowns, have won that match. In this match, though, we got a back and forth. Tom Catanese going for the backhand volley, 2 backhand volleys, and they get it back. Neither team wanting to give this up. And just can't quite get it. Game, Panepinto and Reeves. Panepinto and Reeves lead 6-5, second set. So Jim Panepinto will now serve for it this time. Jim Reeves already serving for the match one time for this team. They're now going to switch ends, and Jim Panepinto leading 6-5 is going to serve for it. Again, update from court number 2. Harkins and Duarte defeat Luce and Hawk. Not sure of the score, but seeing Hawk coming off the court did not seem too happy with the result. Jim Panepinto to serve. 6-5. Not sure what's going on court 3 between Efron Renix playing Shaw and Kelly. We'll hopefully get an update on that match here shortly. Tom and Stan in an interesting formation, but they get it back. Jim Reeves going with the lob. There's his shot. Starting to see Jim settle in with this lob now. He's going to force Tom and Stan to do something with the ball. Ooh, he's going to go with the backhand cut, though. He does like that one as well. I think we're going to see a down-the-line forehand from Jim Reeves here in a second. Oh, Stan Young with the nice mature volley. Little drop volley up there at the net to go up. Love 15. Love 15. So maybe a little bit of nerves here, trying to play the consistent game, trying to force Tom and Stan to let them win it. But Tom and Stan are going to force Jim to win it. Good return. Good backhand there from Jim Panepinto. Jim Reeves second guessing himself. He kind of went for it, then kind of stopped, then decided to go, and by that point it was too late. Love 30. Good volley there from Jim Reeves. Another good volley. Jim taking over the net. There's a deep one. He's going to push Panepinto back. No problem. He's going to lob that one back. Pushing Tom back and not enough. Again, the depth. The depth. Just can't handle the depth. 30-15. 15-30. Correcting me on the score. It's right on your screen, but it called it wrong. Good return from Stan. Let's see if he retreats. Tom retreating. Stan with the grunt, but not enough power behind the grunt, and Panepinto casually lobs it over his head. 30 all. 30 all. So again, we see this team of Stan and Tom go up early in the game and then let them right back into it. So 30 all here. Big couple points here. Jim Panepinto serving for the match. Good return. He's going to use the top of the net. Again, Jim Reeves questioning him whether he meant to do that or not. He just walks up there and no problem. Use the top of the net. That's how we're going to do it. 30-40. Good deep return. And that ball's going to sail long. Game, Catanese and Young. 6 games all. Second set. Tiebreaker to 7. So this, we're going to have a second set tiebreaker. First one to 7. Again, if we make it to a third set, it's going to be a 10-point tiebreaker. It's going to be Tom Catanese's serve on the far side. We are going to play a Komen tiebreak here, so they're going to switch after 1 point and then every 4 points after that. So it's going to be first one to 7. Tom Catanese to serve on the far side. So here we go. First point of the second set tiebreak. Who's going to get the lob is Jim Panepinto. What a great cover there. Another deep lob from Tom there. They're pushing him back, and this is what they've won a lot of points here, but they seem to be getting comfortable back here now. And it's going to go to Jim. He's going to make a nice volley up there at the net. Jim Reeves, that is. There they go. Now they're pulling him short. Stan Young with the volley, and I bet he wants that one back. Love won. Switch ends. So Love won here in this second set tiebreak. Jim Reeves to serve. So Jim Reeves will be serving here. At 1-love. First serve's a little long there, probably a good thing for Stan there as he did not make contact with that. I don't know if he... Good return there. Jim gets it back. Stan coming in to make the volley. And there's a deep ball by Jim Reeves. He gets it. He's going to come in here. Let's see if he comes in. No, he goes right at Tom's feet. Tom picks it up. No doubt about it. 1-all. 1-1 in this second set tiebreak. 1-all. So Jim Reeves to serve at 1-all in the second set tiebreak here. Goes with the wide serve, but it's going to be a little too wide. Second serve here. Good serve. Tom coming in, but then he's going to retreat, going with the lob, pushing Tom back. Jim and Jim both retreat to the baseline. Jim Panepinto coming in now. Stan with the overhead right at Jim. Just wide. Just wide. It's going to be 2 serving, 1 Stan Young to serve in the second set tiebreak. 2-1. So we still are playing pandemic rules here where each of the servers is using their own set of tennis balls to serve. Just on the cautious side, it looks like the match is complete on court number 3. Not sure of the winner. We'll find out shortly. 2 serving, 1. So again, Stan Young to serve at 2-1. Panepinto and Reeves lead the match 1-0 though. So we'll see if Stan and Tom can pull this to a third set tiebreaker. Forehand return from Jim Reeves there. Stan's going to push him back. He's going to go with the overhead. Tom cutting it off, puts it in the middle, and it's going to be a winner. So good setup from Stan, good finish from Tom. 3-1. And the forehand return is in the net. It's going to be 4-1. Players are going to switch ends. Jim Panepinto to serve at 1-4. 1 serving 4. Tom and Stan looking to force this into a third set tiebreaker, so I know the fans watching at home would like to see 2 tie breaks here. One serving 4. Gets the first serve in, backhand returns deep to the Panepinto forehand. Tom coming across but doesn't go after it. Stan coming forward, and then he's going to retreat. Might save some steps and just stay up there at the net on that one. A little back and forth here across court. See if anybody can force any issue here. Good backhand volley from Jim Reeves. We're going to go with the lob just over Jim's head. Jim Panepinto covers it though. Backhand volley. Jim with the overhead. Jim Reeves with the overhead. Finishes it off. 2-4. And a good shot from Jim Reeves putting it away there to take this match to 3-4. 3-4. 4-3. So we have an update from court number 3 over there. The team of Shaw and Kelly, after losing the first set, comes back and defeats Renix and Jones. It sounds like they were Renix and Efron. Renix and Jones played the other day. Renix and Efron. Sounds like Shaw and Kelly used their brains and their smarts to defeat the two, is what I'm hearing from the post-match interview with Wayne Efron. Nice lob from Jim Reeves. Tom chases it down and gets it back deep, pushes Jim Reeves back to the fence almost, but he's able to retrieve it, no problem, and we're back in it. Stan crashing the net and maybe gets himself in a little trouble there. 4-4. Second serve from Tom Catanese here at 4-all. Again, we're going to see what happens here. Remember, this is a set tie break, so it's the first one to 7 here, 4-all. Going back and forth, and Jim Panepinto uses the net to go up 5-4 here in this second set tiebreak. So again, it sounds like the tale of two matches over there on court number 3. It was 6-1 to the team of Efron and Renix in the first set. Then Kelly and Shaw coming back to win 6-0 and I believe 10-8 in the tiebreaker. Again, these are first round matches for the men's 3-0 club championships. Jim Reeves here to serve at 5-4 in this second set tiebreak. 5-4. First team to 7, so this is a rather large point here. 5-4, Jim Reeves to serve. See what happens next. Second serve here from Jim Reeves at 5-4. Good return from Stan. Pushes him back. He's going to get it, no problem. Jim pushing him out to the backhand. Chases it down, no problem. Nice little lob. He's getting the old back and forth here, making Stan move. Stan with the high lob. Pushes Jim back, no problem. Tom cutting across, takes the volley and puts it away. That's going to bring us to 5-all. 5-5. So 5-all here with Jim Reeves to serve. Jim Reeves serving to Tom Catanese at 5-all. It's going to be a let first serve. 5-all. Serve into the backhand. They're going at Jim Panepinto, and what a volley to the open court. That's going to be 5-6. Stan Young to serve. Match point. Five, 6. Stan Young to serve. So match point here, 5-6. Stan Young to serve to stay in this second set tiebreak. A little wide, second serve. 5-6, match point, second serve. And we're going to call a let. See if they give him the first serve here or not. Looks like they're going to give him. Looks like they're going to give him two serves. Very kind of them here. 5-6. First serve. Good return, the cut return from Jim. Stan with the backhand. Gonna push him back. Here we go. They're beating up on the Stan Young backhand right now. Let's see what happens. And down the line, Jim's shot. Game, set, match. Panepinto and Reeves. 2 sets to love. So there you have it, folks. A good match there. There was the Jim Reeves down the line forehand, and they're going to take that second set 7-6 to go 2 sets to love. So we saw a tough match there. Good playing by both sides, but the team of Panepinto and Reeves just able to hold on a little longer. So real quick, we'll pull up our schedule for the rest of the day. Again, that was a first round men's 3-0 club championship match. Over on court 3, we had the match between Renix and Efron taking on Shaw and Kelly, going 3 sets, with Shaw and Kelly winning that one in 3 sets.